Welcome everyone, friends and furs of all species. I'm Dayzee, Hyena, and we're back with another episode of Angels with Scaly Wings. Now, what happened last time is we blew up Riza. Yes! But apparently that's not the good ending. To me it is, but hey. So, I have a friend who has completed this game and like every single thing in it. And I asked him what I need to do to get the true ending. Now, he gave me a list of things that I need to do. And the first one, there's 5 main routes. Bryce, Adine, Anna, Remy, and Lorem. If I complete the good ending for all 5, it unlocks the true ending. He was really nice, and he sent me a list that had no spoilers. So I will be doing some things differently from the first time that I go through the Let's Play. Speaking of which, so you know the parts, because I'm gonna skip out the part, like cut out the part that don't affect the major route, but I will add in anything that we didn't do in the first go around. So if I come across the side characters and I get to unlock their little side quests, because there are a few of them, like you saw with Katsuharu and Kevin, if I get those, I will make sure to put it in there as a little bonus. But each episode will mainly be targeting that specific character for that episode. So, without further ado, let's get back in it. Oh, by the way, my game controller broke, so you might see you'll probably be seeing the cursor. Continue your journey, Dayzee. Ooh. Oh yeah, because it remembers everything you do. Trauma. Chapter 1. Oh, so we're starting here. Okay, so this is the first day. You know what? Hey Sebastian, this is Dayzee. Huh? He just hung up. You're still here? I'm still on the clock, you know. Huh, well, I'm glad you take my security so seriously. Just doing my job, sir. I appreciate it. Anyway, do you need anything? It's pretty boring when I have to spend the day all on my own. I don't really know anyone here yet, so I don't know where I could go or what to do for fun. Well, if it was earlier, I could have shown you around town and given you the tour, but it's getting dark outside. And I think most of the places are closed by now. Let me think. Do you like being outdoors? Yep. Oh, me too. What do you think about camping? Do you want to go camping right now? Well, it might not be my best idea, but I'm not sure there's much else we could do at this time. Would it even be okay for us to just go outside? I'm supposed to be guarding you, you know. Technically, I'm still on the clock. But camping would be much more fun than you just staying inside and me guarding your door, don't you think? Besides, I'm supposed to accompany you wherever you go. You're not our prisoner, so of course you're free to go wherever you want to. If you want to spend the night outside and experience the countryside, not only could I not stop you, I'd be obliged to come with you. So what do you say? Sign me up. Sure, let me just grab a few things. Well, here we are. I'm surprised we even got a spot this late after what you told me. With a member of the police force and someone who's as important as you are, it's not really surprising. They probably regard it as an honor to be hosting us. So this is it? No tent or anything? Oh, tent camping would have been a bit more complicated to set up at the last minute. Is there any other form of camping? What you're seeing here is cave camping. Essentially, they're run like hostels, but you sleep in the caves like this one. Well, at least we got some furnishing. Could use a few sleeping bags, though. If you wanted a comfy bed, you should have stayed in your room. That's fair. I'm not even gonna lie. This here is the real deal. Sounds great. Yep, that's just us and nature itself. We even have some natural lighting here. So much for the real deal. We could just sit in the dark if you'd prefer. No, I think this'll do. Have you ever gone camping before? Plenty of times. Not like plenty of times. I see. You know, I was kind of nervous when I met you the first time. I could tell. It was quite a thing to hear that humans were going to visit our world, but when I met you and it turned out you were just an ordinary person, that really threw me off. Didn't you meet Riza before? Actually, no, everything about your visit is clouded in secrecy, so I didn't get to hear much about Riza from Maverick before I met you. I see. So are you one of those who expected me to act a certain way because I'm human? Actually, that didn't have much to do with it. Any high-profile guest would have made me nervous, especially if I was in charge of keeping them safe. I also happen to be the newest guy on the force, so I didn't exactly want this to turn into a career ender right here. You're doing a great job so far, don't worry about it, Merce. Great job so far. Thank you, I'll do my best. I'm sure of it. He's a douche, but, I mean, I understand why. How long have you been on the force? They didn't assign the rookie to me, did they? Just because I'm the newest guy doesn't mean I'm a rookie. It's been a few years now. I suppose that means you don't get any new recruits. Not here at very least. It's just a small town, so we don't really need them all that often. I got lucky when I got this position because I figured there'd be more competition from the locals. Locals? You don't live here? I live here now, but I actually grew up in a small farming village that mostly consisted of runners like me. Runners? Oh, that's what we call our species sometimes. We've got pretty powerful legs. I can see that. Hey, we've been checking out his legs, huh? Are there many villages where the inhabitants are mostly the same species? For sure. It's mostly the smaller ones, though, because the bigger they get, the more variety you'll find. I see. I only have my hometown to compare, but from what I've heard, there are other villages that are fairly similar. They can only survive like that if they lead much simpler lives or if they focus on a certain industry that species is good at. So your species is good at farming? Better than the earth dragons at least, though they come in handy pulling the plows. Why did you decide to become a police officer? I just wanted to see what's out there beyond our vegetable fields, and if whatever it was like the stories I'd heard. Is it? Oh yes, it's been great. Now that you mention it, I don't really know much about this town either. Well, what would you like to know? Tell me about the people. They're a friendly bunch for the most part. Of course, I also met some unpleasant fellows in my line of work, but luckily, those seem to be the minority. There was also a bit of culture shock when I initially came here with all the different species living here together, but my police training took care of that. What's it like to work with Bryce? He kind of took me under his wing when I came here, and I've been working with him ever since. Pun not intended. I found it a bit weird that the big shot himself had to show the country bumpkin the ropes, though. I thought he saw it as a challenge or he wanted to scare me away, but honestly, he's been great. Everyone here trusts him a lot. The land? Well, I hear they have fertile soil, not as fertile as my hometown, though. I was talking more about if they have any sort of industry. Oh, I see. This town is actually quite unique because, though it's fairly small, it has its own production facility. With that, we basically have our own full production chain. so your one factory is everyone's pride and joy here. In a way, yes, it makes us fairly independent and keeps everything local. Do you have any special recommendations or secrets? Secrets? This town doesn't really have any secrets. Not that I know of, at very least. Maybe you just don't belong to the inner circle yet. I think as a member of the police force, I get to see everything there is to see. Either way, I don't think there's anything special about our town. Compared to my hometown, it's been quite an interesting change. On one hand, you get all kinds of different people with all kinds of different strengths, abilities, and backgrounds that can make your work so much easier. On the other hand, it also creates all kinds of new problems that I never would have expected. I won't forget the first time I had to follow a shoplifter who was also a flyer. Oh my god, who also happened to be a flyer. Oh my god, that'd be funny. Like running on the ground trying, hey! But hey, I'm not the only one who's new here. What's your impressions? Good, bad, ugly? It's been a little hectic, but I love it. Well, that is understandable with everything that's been going on. Maybe it's a good thing that most places were closed. I'm not sure if I would have enjoyed any sightseeing much. I suppose you're just not a runner like I am. We don't mind standing on our feet. I'm not sure if that was a good idea by Bryce to take you to the crime scene, though I know he's a hands-on guy, but that really was a bit much. Pun not intended. What pun? If you need my help, I'm glad to give it. Fostering goodwill and all that. Well, at least you don't seem to be traumatized from the experience. Anyway, how about some fun? What kind of fun are you talking about? I bought some playing cards, a staple for any camping trip. I see, what are we playing? Just a little game called Bastion Breach. Ever heard of it? Can't say I have. We have to play in the break room to pass the time, so it's good fun. Though things can get quite heated sometimes. Let me go over the rules. Sure. Oh, this is a real game. As you can see, each of us starts with all the cards given suit in their hands. You're diamonds, I'll be hearts. You've got my heart already. Of course. What you see here in the center is the middle row, which is a line of shuffle cards of another suit. This way, each game is going to be unique since the middle row always changes between games. Now, this is how the game works. We will play a round for each card in the middle row, starting with the one you see at the very left. During each round, we both decide which cards to play and put them face down like this. Once we have both played a card, we flip them over. The highest card wins the round, and whoever played it gets the point. To clarify, 2 is the lowest card, King is the highest. The Ace is a special card. It beats every face card, but will lose against any number card. Now, the card from the middle row counts, so it's possible that neither of us will get the point for the round. If there's a tie, no clear winner between the 3 cards, or the middle row has the highest card, no player will get the point for that round. However, the next round will give the winner an extra point to make up for it. At the end, the player with the most number of points wins the game. Did you get all that? I think I did. I suck at games. I don't know why I have a gaming channel. Let's do this. So this game is all about bluffing and mind games. We can always see what cards have been played, so each of us knows exactly what the other player has left. Alright, are you ready? Sure. Don't worry, I'll go easy on you. Take all the time you need to make your selection. Oh shit. A 5 for the first of cards makes for an interesting start. You could try to surpass it and play something higher, but if I'm going to do the same, you don't know how high I would go to not only beat the 5, but your higher card as well. Alternatively, you could count on me Trying to beat a harder card and play a low one instead. That's making me waste mine. What's it going to be, Dayzee? Oh, shit. Shit. Six? I suck again. As you can see, I played a low lit tier just to see what would happen. Getting to know your opponent and their tendencies is just as important as analyzing potential moves and strategies. First point is yours, but now you'll have to ask yourself, was it worth it? Probably not. The king presents us with an interesting conundrum, especially when you get him early, when most cards are still available. I'll let you figure out this one though. They say ace beats all face cards, so I'll go with that. You did the predictable thing and played the ace, the only card that beats a king. Since my 3 beats your ace though, this round is considered a tie. You may think that's not so bad, but taking away your ace with just a lowly 3 gives me a big advantage during the rest of the— Fuck! You're right. Ooh. Fuck! My point. Now you got 2 points because of that. Fuck! Okay. I guess I'll get rid of this too. Don't worry, you can still win. Probably not. A tie? Okay. Yay! Finally won. Looks like we're pretty even so far. He hasn't played his ace so far, so is he going to play an ace for the Joker or for the Queen, maybe? Fuck it. This is a halfway point, so now it's really gonna get serious. Anyone can still win. I think he's gonna use his ace for this one. So I'm gonna go with a 5. Yep. Interesting. Because it'll take those 2 points, so I might as well use my king so I could get those 2. Damn it! Oh my. So a 3 tie. Fuck it. Could use this for the 9 later, but fuck it. Finally. Darn! Yeah, this game is pretty much over. Damn it. Alright, that's it. Seems like you won fair and square. Whoa, I won! Yes! Haha! Suck it. Of course I went easy on you, you know that, right? That actually might be a fun game to play at a con whenever I go again. Yeah, sure. I'll just put these away. No rematch? Maybe some other time. It's getting kind of late now. If you say so. Hey, maybe next time you can teach me a human card game. Go Fish! Go Fish! That's my game. I love Go Fish. Sure. Maybe we should get some sleep now. I imagine it'll be just as busy tomorrow as it was today. And let's not forget I have to get up early to report about all this. Don't leave out the part where I totally won. You wish. So how do you like your bed of rocks? Oh, we're sleeping on the rocks? I would rather take the table. I have slept on a table before. Not as bad. Let's just not complain. It's alright. Well then, have a good night. Good night, Sebastian. She told me to meet her here, so she's got to be around here somewhere. This production facility has many different wings, covering everything from research to processing in addition to production. It was easy to get lost if you didn't know where you were going. I heard some commotion in the distance when I approached. I was surprised to see not only Anna, but Remy as well. They seemed to be in the middle of a heated conversation. I thought it would be inappropriate to approach now, so I remembered several paces back. Out of field of vision, but close enough to be able to make out their words. Eavesdropping is my specialty. We have heard the rumors. So you come to me on the basis of rumor. Is that how you operate? What do you want from me? This is not the first time you've been in trouble, you know. They might not be so lenient with you this time. I don't know what you're talking about. Consider this a warning. You should proceed carefully for your own good. If you wanted to threaten me, the least you could have done was send someone more intimidating. You may be larger than I am, but even I can see that you're just a big coward. You wouldn't dare to put your dirty claws on me. I wouldn't. I'm here as a courtesy to you, not to threaten or intimidate. Do with that information what you wish. You know we'll be back, and if they find anything, there will be consequences. Do you think I care? This attitude of yours is not helpful. Neither are you. I've said what I came here to say. Good luck. Whatever. Remy turned to leave and started walking in my direction. I ducked behind a pillar, and when he went past, I wasn't sure if he had seen me. Either way, he left, and I was safe to approach now. Hey, Anna. Hi, Dayzee. Wait, how long have you been there? Not very long. Not that it matters much anyway. Just par for the course for me. I know, Remy, what's the problem? The nerve of that guy. He probably wouldn't be so uptight if it wasn't for that thing with his girlfriend a few years ago. But I don't care about him. It's his superiors that are the problem. They don't like me and the research I'm doing. They cite their traditions and values, claiming that those are what have kept us alive for so long. If anything were to change, it would obviously fracture the base the society is built on, cause it all to a collapse, tear families apart, and allow all hell to break loose. At least if you believe those old-timers who keep repeating these phrases. And all that nonsense because of my research. Valuable research that can save lives, mind you. What kind of research are we talking about? I can share you sometimes, but we're here to have fun, right? I thought you wanted to show me since you said we were both in biology and all that. Sure, but after doing this all day, you'll have to excuse me for not wanting to talk about it even more. Wasting my time with that guy was just another setback. Not that I don't already have more than enough work to do. Even right now, I'm supposed to be working overtime. Oh, man. I see. Good to know we can see eye to eye on this. Oh, and thanks for the blood, by the way. The results aren't in yet, but I'll let you know when they are. Good, I'm just as curious about the results as you are. No, you aren't. I am. I am way curiouser than you are. Curiouser? Is that even a word? It is, since an author popularized its use where I came from. Then I am way more curiouser than you are. Not if I'm the curiousness. Excuse me for a moment, but I must weep for the English language. At this rate, why don't you just say you're the most curiousness? I'm not sure. I'm not a linguist. Are you? Not exactly, but I have a way with words. My tongue is quite skilled, or so I hear. might even say cunning. In any case, if you have to work overtime today, does that mean I should wait for you, or do you want me to come back another time? Neither. I think my break should start right about now. What a lucky coincidence. It is, isn't it? So where are we going? I don't know where you are going, but I think I need a coffee at 5. You can tag along if you'd like. Be my pleasure. Let's see if that'll be mine as well. I hope you brought your own money though, because I'm not sharing. I didn't, but everything I purchased is taken care of by my ambassador status. Nice. Actually, that opens up some very interesting possibilities. It might, but I'd rather not do anything too fishy. I don't want to raise any suspicion, you know. Good point. Well, let's go then. After you, milady. Fedora ass bitch. There we are. Finally, I can't wait to have some coffee into my system. Oh, hello, Dayzee. Nice to see you again. Hey, who's your companion? Can't you just take my order? I apologize. Let me try that again. Welcome to our establishment. My name is Adine, and I'll be your waitress today. What can I bring you to? I'll have a coffee. Thank you. And what can I bring the esteemed gentle person on the other side of the table? I'll take a coffee, please. No problem. I'll be right back. What is her problem? I'm here to order something, not to chat with the employees. I know she... Remember, I am doing this as the sheet told me to do. This is the only way to get the best answers. I can see that. Here you go, enjoy. I totally needed that. So do you work at the facility? And your point is? What's your job there? I mean, what do you do exactly? We do all kinds of things. The truth is, we have all kinds of specialized machinery there, which is used by many different people for many different purposes. The building is owned and run by the council, who oversees the schedule. It is quite handy, since you can go from research to testing and even manufacturing all in the same complex. I started out as a researcher in biology, which is still my main job. But I've been there so long and learned the ins and outs of the building so well, I was eventually asked to take over some managerial duties. Sure, it means more work, but it also allows me to run personal projects every once in a while. Does that state your curiosity? Not at all? Well, that's a shame. Oh, I forgot to ask, what do you actually plan to do with my blood test results? What is this, an interrogation? Yes, totally, you can call a lawyer if you'd like. Maybe I should. I'll tell her you hit on me, then sue for damages. Dang. Alright, I'll finish my drink quietly then, if that's what you'd prefer. Sorry, I'm just stressed from all the work lately. I'm not getting much respite between my regular work, overtime, personal projects, and other disturbances like that Remy sticking his nose where it doesn't belong. What do you usually do during your free time? Having a good work-life balance is very important, you know. I love my job, I really do. Actually, I love it so much that even in my free time I still do things that have to do with biology. As I said, I've got the opportunity to do my own projects sometimes, so that's what I focus on when I get the chance. It would be a shame to pass up an opportunity like that without using it. With the current influx of work, I rarely leave the facility if I'm not eating or sleeping. Even right now, I'm only on break and have to go back for another shift. Maybe you should do something else for a change. Maybe, but right now that's not really an option. It would help if the council were constantly sending their lackeys to mess with me. So that wasn't the first time? No, I suppose I'm on the watch list or something. Why is that? It's a long story and not one for our first date. So you're saying this is a date? No, I'm saying that even if this was a date, which it would be more than whatever this is, it wouldn't be very appropriate. Stories about work aren't very romantic. It's always about work with you. Come on, you're on break. Maybe we should do something to take your mind off of all that for once. Like what? I'm not sure. Do you have any other hobbies? Not really. Hey, waitress. How can I help you? Do you have anything to entertain your guests? Any games or other distractions? I'm not sure. Let me go check. What exactly are you trying to do? I'm being cute and spontaneous. I remember this day, for good or bad, I'm not sure yet. It's more for the kids, but we don't really have anything else. It's fine, thank you. Have fun. A board game, really? I know it's not Knit's textile machine, but I suppose it's better than nothing. Textile merchant. Kenzeki. It's a game, never mind. Well, I'm not convinced that this will accomplish anything unless your goal is to make me regret this day. It seems to be a trivia game. Do you have a good general knowledge? Do you even know what kind of advanced knowledge I have to memorize and work with every single day? You bet I have a good general knowledge, certainly more than enough to beat a foreigner like you. If you're so confident, maybe we should make a bet. What do you have in mind? Let's say if I win, I'll get to go on a real date with you. No fitting me in during your break, no complaining about everything, and no acting as if you're doing me a favor, especially because it was you who wanted to meet with me in the first place. And if I win, I'll have you come in sometime so I can run tests on you. Ooh, is that what you want? Let's do this then. Since it was your idea, it's only fair that I start. How does this work? It seems to be pretty simple. We take turns drawing cards and asking questions until we both ask a number that we agreed on beforehand. Whoever gets more right in the end wins. How many questions would it be then? How about 5? Let's make it 3. I'm not sure how long this will take, and my break won't be too long either. Alright, go ahead then. I saw mischief in her eyes, her stare piercing, paired with a hint of arrogant smirk that exposed her anticipation. She seemed confident that she would win and loved every second of it. Slowly, her hand went over to the deck of cards and drew the topmost. Who is cited as one of the most important historians, his work spanning over 20 books, credited with mapping out our entire history since the beginning of sentience. How could you even know something like that? You've only been here for what, a few days? Maybe you shouldn't underestimate me. Maybe. Let's see how you fare with your first question. Bring it. How far can you walk into the woods? Only into the middle. Anything after that and you're walking out of the woods again. You're right, that's a rather weird question though. I suppose I read the right kinds of books growing up. I know most of those trick questions. Let's see what the second question has in store for you, shall we? Alright, if there are 5 apples and you take away 3, how many do you have? 3. Guess you also know your trick questions. Apparently so. Okay, here's your trick question. In which year of our timeline did we gain sentience? 0. The beginning of a timeline marks the event where we gain sentience. Right again, have you played this game before? It's a children's game. These questions aren't really a challenge. I'll just go ahead and draw the next card so we can end this. An adventurer who values his life has chose between 3 rooms to cross. Which of the following would be the safest? Room 1, a room filled with poisonous gas. 2, a room filled with 100 highly trained assassins. Room 3, a room submerged with water filled with alligators I have not eaten for 8 months. None. That's right, all the rooms are equally deadly. Alligators can go up to 2 years or more without food, making room 3 as deadly as the others. The other 2 rooms should not require any explanation. At least according to this card. To be honest, I think the answer is debatable. Don't worry, I still count it as the right answer for you. No need to get your tail caught in a door about it. Looks like this is going to be the last question. Let's get it over with already. What is the approximate acceleration speed of a nose-diving flyer? I'll have to think about that one for a minute. I was just kidding. I still could have calculated that. Okay, here's the real question. What is the only substance known to be lighter in its solid form compared to its liquid state? Water. Water. That seems to be correct. Of course it is. Duh. Well, it appears that our game has ended in a tie. What do you propose? I say we both get our rewards. After all, we each made a good effort to get them. That's fine with me. I won't have a spot in the facility to do tests for a while, though. So I suppose the next time we meet, it'll be a date. Don't forget what I said earlier about what I expect from you on this date. You better be on your best behavior. I'll try. Thank you. In any case, I should head back to work. My break is just about over. See you soon then? Of course. And I'll make sure you deliver your part of the deal. See you soon. Despite all odds, I managed to match her perfect score in the game we played. Even though my bet of forcing her to go on a proper date with me was more to get back at her for her earlier rudeness, I had not expected this outcome. I was not even sure what I expected from this meeting in the first place, but now I was locked into going on a date with her and bringing her own personal guinea pig. Whether anything good would come of this, I wasn't sure of either. Okay, so that was the first one for Anna. I didn't visit the grocery store during this selection, and I didn't finish the library, so guess what we're gonna do today? Enter the store, the sound of the bell alerting the staff to my arrival. Seeing the patrons browsing the shelves neatly stocked with wares of all kinds evokes a feeling of nostalgia and normalcy in me. This must be the store Riza's been shopping at. Oh, he's handsome. Okay. Hey. Who's he talking to? Hey, I think I've seen her before. Oh yeah, that little one. I am sorry, but this prescription has expired. I can't fill it like this. You'll need to tell your parents to visit the doctor so he can write you a new one. Aww. She turned around, nearly running into me when she suddenly bolted towards the door. I feel that on a personal level because of my many medications that I need. So ouch. That hurt me. Hello, Dayzee. How can I help you? You know who I am? How could I not? Everyone knows about you. Anyway, how can I help you? Who's that? You mean that girl? That's Vara. She comes here occasionally to pick up her mother's prescription. Do you remember Riza coming in here? Of course I do. It's only been a few days since he was last here. This will sound a little unusual, but can you tell me what he bought? Are you just talking about the last time or every time he came here? Both, I suppose. He came here more than once? He's been visiting pretty regularly now that I think about it. Interesting. I can look up his purchases if you like. That would be really helpful. Shouldn't be too hard. Just give me a second. I watched him carefully navigate the register's buttons, soon followed by the sound of an attached printer. Here you go, receipts from all of his purchases. Well, that was easy. Since our government takes care of all of his purchases, they're filed separately. It was simple to pull them up. Looks like he bought mostly food and snacks, sometimes magazines. But why was he buying lemons every single time? I can't say that I didn't notice, but I figured it was just a human thing. So he's probably been writing a lot of secret messages, because that's how he gave us our secret message. So if he bought a lot of them. Strange. In any case, that was more information than I expected. You have my thanks. You're welcome. Might as well browse. Let me know if you need anything. What am I even looking for? Like the bread? They have a surprisingly big selection. Since when do dragons eat bread anyway? I guess at least I'm covered in case I want melon bread. Hey you! Are you talking to me? Yes. What do you say, melon or lemon bread? I mean, the only difference between the two is like one letter. So how am I supposed to choose? Why the fuck are you wearing a cardboard box? That's what I want to know. I don't think that's how it works. Why don't you just go with the one that you think you'll like more? That's a good idea. Why didn't I think of that? She's wearing gloves too. What was a cardboard box on her head? Who would have thought that dragons are big on produce? I don't even recognize some of these. Meat, of course, and lots of meat. Fresh meat, smoked meat, cured meat, dry meat, prepackaged meat, prepared meat, ready-to-eat meat, meat snacks, burgers, kebabs, nuggets, whole hams, bacon, meatloaf, sausages. I'm hungry now. And that's not even all of it. Needless to say, they have that area covered. Everything from food supplements to skincare, even birth control. Hey! The variants in product sizes are astounding, especially when talking about the birth control. I think these ones could fit on my arm. Damn! Go back. Enough browsing, I should go back to where I came from. I suppose that's all I can do here. Okay, so we met Vara and those guys. Okay, we didn't visit the library last time, so we're visiting this time. Alright, Riza, what did you want here? Hey, it's Remy. I already told you, it's not here. Who's he talking to, Adine? Want your help out an old friend? Friend? This is the first time you've spoken to me in years. And who's fault is that? For you, I didn't exist these last few years. At least I tried to reach out to you. Oh, damn, he is mad. I've never seen him mad before. Fuck. No, you're just here because you want something. I'm right here, right now, and you still continue to act like that. She was my friend too, you know. I think you should leave. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for everything. It's a little late for apologies. Have it your way then. Damn, what's the bad blood there? Adine stormed out so quickly that she didn't even notice me. I waited for a few moments and wondered if it was a good time to talk to Remy. In the end, I decided that my task was too pressing to come back another time. I shuffled through the books and tried to look busy until I noticed he resumed his work so I could approach him. Hey, Dayzee, how can I help you? First, let's get that Adine thing. Oh, wait, you were here that whole time. Not the whole time, just enough to know something was up. It's nothing that concerns you. Come on, it does concern me. I know you and I know Adine. It's really nothing of great importance. Are you aware of certain historic... It's really nothing of a great importance. Are you aware that a certain prehistoric underground building we found recently discovered? Wait. It's really nothing of great importance. Are you aware of a certain prehistoric underground building we just recently discovered? I've heard of it. she wanted a blueprint of it, which was one of the things found inside the building during the investigation. Why would you have it? Well, not just a library, you know, but her archive that stores all sorts of information and objects. In any case, a blueprint is the kind of thing that would be placed in our care eventually. So she thinks you have it. Even if we did, it wouldn't be something we could just give out to anyone. Of course. Has Riza been here lately? Riza, he's visited quite often since he arrived, actually, until a few days ago, that is. Do you know what he was reading? Not particularly, I thought he just wanted to learn about our world. Did you notice anything unusual about him while he was here? Can't say I did, though he did ask me for a map once. A map? Yes, I showed him a few, but none of them seemed to be what he was looking for. Did he talk to you about anything strange while he was here? Besides the maps, nothing else worth mentioning comes to mind. Only the usual pleasantries. How are you doing? I'm doing fine, thank you. That's all. Thanks for your help. You're welcome. Anyway, you said that you had some information for us. What did you find? The receipts you got are interesting. There might be something more to them, or they could just be a useless record of his eating habits. You never know why you might find out about a person, their habits, and their plans this way. The map in the library, I don't know what to think about that. You could have needed a map to plan something, I suppose, but who knows what he really wanted to do with it. It's all kind of detailed. It's a kind of detail that on its own might not tell us much, but could be crucial later on. Well done, Dayzee. That gives us some solid points from which we can continue our investigation. In any case, thanks for your help. We do appreciate it. You're welcome. That should be all. Since Bryce still hasn't coming back, I assume the search is still ongoing. I better get out there and help him. Guess it's going to be a long day. You can find your way back to your apartment? Of course. Alright, I'll see you later. Good luck. Finally, some free time. Looks like there's some messages on the answering machine. Let's see. I just wanted to update you. I still don't have an open slot in the facility for your test, but I'll be free if you want to cash in your reward. You know, I'm busy, so this is your chance for a date. If you even still want to go through with it, take it or leave it. I don't care much either way. In any case, you know where to find me. I guess the choice is mine. Let's go! And just on time. Now, where is she? Hello? What's this? Looks like a message. Something came up at the last second. Wait for me. It shouldn't be too long. Anna. Well, I guess at the last second is meant literal sense. I guess at the last second is meant in the literal sense here, or else she could have called me. I guess we're playing the waiting game then. Okay, it's been like an hour and my patience is slowly but surely running out. Wait. I've already waited this long. I guess I can wait a little longer. I'm not sure who the world record holder for most patient person is, but now I feel like a contender. Still no sign of her though. Try to get into her lab. Alright, I'm gonna score myself some sweet lab equipment. That's the least she can do for making me wait. Or maybe I'll just wait inside. Standing around here seems rather tedious. Huh, pushing the door does nothing, neither does pulling. I guess I'm out of options here. Hey, what's this? At the bottom of the door, the corner of an envelope was noticeably sticking out. Take it. Pulling at the corner, I was now holding the envelope in my hands. Well, I gotta pass the time somehow, right? Just commit a felony for fun. Let's see. Dear Anna, appointments for next month, treatment plan, Dr. Valido. I probably shouldn't be looking at this. Quickly, I put the letter back in the envelope and pushed it through the gap in the door. What are you looking at? Your beautiful door. Where have you been all this time? Reading comprehension must not be your strong suit because my note clearly said I'd be back soon. Your understanding on the word soon is very lacking. Note to self, the word soon now refers to a span... Note to self, the word soon now refers to a span of time over 2 hours when waiting for a scheduled appointment. Has it really been that long? It certainly didn't feel like it. Alright, sorry for making you wait. Losing track of time happens to the best of us. It happens to me all the time. I guess we missed our movie. Can't we see the latest screening or something? It was the late screening. The theater's closed now. Maybe we should reschedule. That won't work, at least not for me. Today was the only day I could leave early. I won't have another chance anytime soon. So what do we do now? Maybe the coffee place is still open, I don't know. I guess that's better than nothing. Closed as well. That's just peachy. Why do you keep working so late anyway? Because what I'm doing is important. I understand wanting to see things through to completion. How long have you been working on your current project? Not long enough to finish it. That's not good. You're gonna burn yourself out. So what? Is your work really worth jeopardizing your health over? You're not going to help anyone if you're dead. If I don't finish this, no one else will. No one else can. Besides, I was only late today because I got your stupid blood work ready. You have the test results? Yeah. Want to know what I have to say about them? Definitely. Okay, how much do you know about genetics? A little bit, I guess. Don't worry, I'll put it in words that are easy for you to understand. To start off, we found on average about 90% of your genes are homologous to our species' genes. That may seem like a lot, but to put it into perspective, about 50% of your DNA also shared with fruit. To further elaborate, you and your human neighbor back home are probably around 99% genetically similar. And if you compare the various sentient species we have here to each other, it would only be around 95 to 97% similar. As for what exactly all of this tells us, although a match of 90% sounds like a lot, it's not as much as you might think. Still, for two beings from a different world altogether, that's quite remarkable. Beyond DNA, the biggest similarity between us is within the brain structure, but that's not surprising considering our high level of cognitive abilities. That'll surprise Maverick. What do you mean? He doesn't seem to like humans very much, so I'm sure he'll be displeased to know how similar we are. He doesn't like anyone really. He's just like me in that way. Yeah, you two would make a great couple. You're a little late for that. I'm already his ex-girlfriend. Ooh, tea! Now! I want to know everything. How is he? Really, how'd that go? Not how you might think. It actually went pretty well, for a while at least. But in the end, we both got too absorbed in our jobs until we realized we had drifted apart too much, and we agreed it would be better if we broke up. I still respect him for the work he does. I mean, we even used to solve crimes together. I'd be in the lab running results, and he'd be out in the field chasing after the pups. Those were good times. I guess nowadays he just chases after me. What? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but if you know him, maybe you can help me out. I certainly can't help you if you don't tell me what's going on. Okay, but this is just between us, alright? Sure, whatever. Maverick is convinced that I'm an accomplice of a crime. He made a point to tell me that he's searching for proof to legally arrest me or worse. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. Really? It's nothing. He can't find any proof that doesn't exist. Still, it doesn't feel nice to be threatened and stalked, especially by someone like him. That's just him. He gets way too into it once he sets his sights on something. I noticed. It's his job. What do you expect? I wish he'd just leave me alone. He wasn't always like this, you know. A couple of years ago, he was assigned to this one case. He was still relatively new on the force, young and eager to help, then reality came crashing down on him. There was a serial killer who shook up the whole town. The victims were apparently eaten. Damn! Oh, shit! We later found out that this killer's actions were a result of We later found out that the killer's actions was a result of a degenerative disease which brought his foul nature to the foreground. At that point, he was just a wild animal turned into a cannibal that hunted under the shadow of night. Everyone in town was up in arms, terrified they'd be next. The police did everything they could. A curfew was instated and patrol guards at the street at night. And then they found him munching on his 5th victim. Poor little Maverick was not prepared for what he would find. Stand back, Maverick. I can handle this. Mouse? It was his brother. Oh no. Step away from the body, Miles. Miles couldn't understand their words and only saw rivals who wanted to take away his prey. And he wasn't about to just let it go without a fight. Damn. Miles raised his head from the kill, blood dripping from his maw. The officer's breaths were smothered by the deathly stillness of the night. Fangs bared, the feral dragon snarled and stood strong in front of his meal, prepared to protect it from the two who intruded upon his territory. Whatever this is, Miles, it's over. Don't make it worse now. Oh no! In an instant, Miles was upon Bryce. They clashed in a fury of teeth and claws. Miles had the advantage with his small frame and quick movements, and Bryce could not get a clear hit in. It all happened so fast, Maverick didn't know what to do. They rolled on the ground and Bryce ended up on his back as helpless as a turtle. Miles pinned him and clamped his jaws on his neck. Bryce's claws were the only thing preventing Miles from biting down, and they were slipping, slick with blood and quivering with fatigue as he tried to push him off. For a brief moment, Bryce thought he had met his end when the jaws suddenly relaxed and he was able to dislodge them. When he looked up, he saw Maverick had managed to get Miles from behind. He bit through his brother's neck from above. Damn. Blood flowed down Maverick's jaws and over Miles' lifeless body. Bryce had been saved, but the young dragon wore a wide-eyed, empty stare. Whew, that'd fuck anybody up. Maverick blamed himself for not taking better care of his brother. He knew Miles had problems and was taking medication for it, but he wished he couldn't have done more to stop him. The medication wasn't the right one, by the way. Maverick takes solace in the fact that he was able to save Bryce, but he's never been the same since that incident. Now he scrutinizes everyone and everything. I'm not sure how that's supposed to help me. It doesn't, but now you know why he is the way he is. It's not unusual for him to act like this, so you might have to wait it out. Anyway, let's get back to your test results. Since you were so interested, did you want a copy of them? Yeah, I'd appreciate that. No problem. I heard you also wanted Reese's blood. Of course, I invited him over too, but that was before you arrived here.
I thought what we had was special!
And I thought what we had was special! Oh, tears, Reza was too stuck up to agree to anything. He wouldn't even participate in an exhilarating round of trivia board games. Not even that, can you believe it? I can almost see the sarcasm dripping from your mouth. Still, it's kind of a shame. It would have been interesting to compare your blood to his. What a shame indeed. Let's just enjoy our romantic date in the back alley of a coffee shop. Of course. Unless you want to take this someplace else. Eh? What, you don't like hanging around dirty back alleys? Actually, I do. Now that's the spirit. I'm getting kind of hungry. I figured we'd be having a meal on our date. What, you can't go a few hours with having to stuff your face? I could offer you a handful of dirt, if that's to your taste, Dayzee. I already have my own dirt, thank you very much. Sorry, but I already have my own dirt. Oh really, what kind of dirt would that be? Only finest governmentally funded dirt from Tatsu Park. Your filthy back alley stuff has nothing on this. You win this round. Either way, a side dish would be nice. I know this one place that never closes. Let's go there. Sure. What? Out in the middle of nowhere? After several minutes of walking, Anna led me to the outskirts of town. We arrived at a farmhouse. On one side, fields stretched towards the horizon, and on the other were lush, green hills with fenced population of animals. What kind of restaurant is this supposed to be? Self-serve. Are we gonna just run out and kill one of them? You're a bad girl, Anna. I know. How well can you hunt? Me? Even if I knew how, it's not like I have any equipment. I do. I hunt and I am always got the equipment. Equipment? What a sissy. You've got hands and teeth. What more do you need? A long-range weapon, perhaps? A long-range weapon, maybe? Like fire, I suppose. Like fire. I suppose even you could make use of that. Alright, since I'm apparently the only one capable of acquiring food, I'll be right back. Anna walked over to a fenced enclosure of animals that reminded me of sheep. She crouched and squeezed herself through the bars, after which I lost sight of her. Waiting game 2.0 start. It only took a couple of minutes for her to return, dragging one of the animals behind her with now bloodied jaws and hands. Oh, good lord. Dinner's ready. What kind of animal is it? It's called Mournflawn. Anyway, do you have a part you'd prefer? See how nice I am? I'm even letting you choose first. I guess offal. Good choice. Using one of her claws, she skinned the dead Mournflawn, divided into various pieces. Do you want your grilled or raw? Grilled, unless properly prepared, raw meat carries a significant risk of disease for us. How inept can your species even be? You can't hunt on your own and you need tools to help you at every step. You don't even have claws to cut things up. I'm not sure how you could ever survive in the wild. Seriously, what god did you piss off to end up like this? Depends on what religion you're following. I have no idea. I have no idea. It's kind of sad when you look at it from that perspective. So many different species have so many amazing natural abilities that it seems like we got the bad end of the deal. We always held on to the fact that we had our brains and intellect, but now that we found you, that doesn't make us unique anymore. Mother Nature has been so cruel to your race, I almost feel sorry for you. Damn! You just gotta freaking flame me like that, okay. She opened her maw wide before a liquid shot from both corners of her mouth and onto the ground below the parts of the Mournflawn she had prepared. After a few seconds, the liquid burst into flames, heating up our dinner. Damn, that's cool. That's a neat trick. I bet you wish you could do that, huh? Yeah, that would be wicked cool. Right, it comes in handy. How does that work anyway? Don't you ever burn your mouth? Not at all. There are actually two different components. They only catch fire when a sufficient quantity of both is present. I think there's a bug that does that. It poops out two holes, and whenever it does, at the same time, it goes boom! Interesting. So romantically bloody. Yep. This isn't pink like Danganronpa. The flames weakened and grew smaller until they went out, revealing steamy, appetizing pieces of meat. Help yourself. I grabbed a piece, but dropped it as soon as I felt the heat on my fingertips. Ouch, that's still hot. Can't take a little heat, huh? That's too bad. Unaffected by its temperature, she took a piece into her hand and tore a chunk out of it with her teeth and started chewing. I guess your skills are a good insulator. Evidently so. How does it taste? Just wonderful. Sterling goods always taste the best. I can already picture the old farmer reduced to tears after he discovers one of his precious Mournflawns is gone. You're a wild one, Anna. Thanks, I could teach you a thing or two. I think it should be cool enough for your sensitive little fingers now. Carefully I grabbed one of the pieces, which by now has indeed cooled down enough to not burn me anymore, and I took a bite. It was a little bland, but I had to admit, it's not bad for something that was alive less than an hour ago and prepared in the wild. How do you like your Mournflawn, Anna? Feel like a wild animal. Quite different from sitting in an expensive restaurant and using the fancy cutlery and napkins, isn't it? Yeah, I like it. How often do you just go outside and hunt on your own? Only when necessary, or when I feel like it.
I still go to fancy restaurants because I can't afford it. But they don't mean much to me. For me, it's all about the experience, and one isn't necessarily better than the other. See your point? It's unusual but fun. I see your point. This certainly isn't how I thought the evening would go, but it was pretty fun. Anyways, I'm stuffed. Me too. There's still plenty left over. What are we gonna do with it all? We could just leave it here. Hey, maybe the old former will help himself to it. Nice of us to leave some for him, at least. Yeah, he should pay me for cooking him such a nice meal. We should probably leave before that senile has-been wakes up from his evening nap. Yeah, let's go. That was it. Well, that was interesting. Wait a minute, I've got something for you. Here you go, your test results, black on white. Thanks, but did you really need to spend all that extra time getting this done today? I just wanted to get it over with when I had the chance. Maybe you should start thinking about not working so late on a regular basis. It might do you some good, Anna. You know, I think you have a point. I haven't been feeling like myself lately. There are various reasons for that, but working too much might be the one. Today was kind of fun, so maybe I should make the effort to get out every once in a while. Speaking of which, now that our date is officially over, we should talk about your end of the deal. Of course. There is an opening soon where I can fit you in. I'll call you with all the details. I shall be looking forward to that. That was nice. Okay. So, we'll just, we're gonna cut it right there, for part 1 of Anna's route. Make sure you stick around for the second part of Anna's route, and hopefully I'll make that one the end, so it'll only be into 2 parts. So, we went through the first date again, we went through the second date, learned some about Maverick. Also, we had our side quest with Sebastian, which was nice. Anyway, if you like what you see and you want to see Anna's happy ending, make sure you leave a like and subscribe so you can see my content in the future. Also, while you're here, gotta try. If you have any game suggestions or you want to say hi, leave it down in the comment section below. I'm Dayzee Hyena, and I'll catch you on the next vid.